Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kayfabe News, your only source for reliable wrestling journalism, aside, of course, from the WWF hotline, which this week has the exclusive scoop on whether Thurman's Sparky Plug will race into the main event picture. And believe me, folks, this speed demon has a future in the squared circle. My name is Flippin' Marks, despite the fact that some of you seem to keep mistaking me for someone called Simon Mueller or Simon Mailer. What's that? Miller, that's it. Simon Miller, that's it. You know what? I used my Ask Jeeves World Wide Web search browser to look up this Simon Miller person. I just don't see it. I mean, sure, we both enjoy the benefits of superior genetics, such as a strong, manly jawline and highly kissable earlobes, but that is where the similarities end. I mean, clearly the hair-growing gene skipped a generation in the Miller family, whereas I have inherited these lustrous locks of my late grandmother, Miss Bearhaven Mark. So please, dear viewers, do not compare me to this Simon Ham and Egger in your cute little comments and your cute little tweets. It's not funny and it's not appreciated. Come to think of it, this Simon character, if you are watching, I urge you to help me dispel this urban legend. And if you choose instead to perpetuate the confusion, I will be forced to challenge you to a fight, I should say. Boy howdy, you don't want to mess with me or you will get these hands. These soft, well-manicured hands. Mae Young's baby has nothing on me. Right, that's enough of that. Let's get down to business. Our top story tonight. World Wrestling Entertainment announced this past week that D-Generation X, or DX, will reunite at Madison Square Garden this spring in order to show their grandchildren what pro wrestling was like several generations ago. You probably don't remember this, but DX was a faction of fun-loving man-children who achieved incredible popularity in the 1970s by popularizing dick jokes, poop jokes, boob jokes, and rooster puns in professional wrestling. Their name, D-Generation X, was a very subtle, almost imperceptible reference to Generation X, which is how your parents and your grandparents described themselves when they were a bunch of flannel-wearing slackers listening to alternative rock and like Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains. DX was the on-screen embodiment of a backstage faction known as The Clique, made up of Shawn, Sexboy McMichaels, Diesel, Razor Ramon, and Hunter Hearst Helmsman. Back in the days before pro wrestling was televised, a fan captured footage on an old 8mm camera of The Clique hugging one another in Madison Square Garden because Diesel and Razor were about to leave WWF for its biggest rival, TNA. This was a big deal at the time because back then 100% of wrestling fans believed good guys and bad guys truly hated one another, and this so-called curtain call revealed the shocking truth that some, very few, but some wrestling feuds are exaggerated for the purposes of entertainment. Shawn McMichaels and Hunter Hearst Helmsman went on to form D-Generation X, eventually recruiting fellow wrestlers Big As Billy Gunn, The Roadie, and Shawn Six-Pack Waltman. Owen Hart briefly joined as well for a spoof of the Nation of Dominatrix. During WWF's so-called Attitude Epoch, DX achieved incredible popularity for gesturing towards their genitalia and inviting their enemies to perform fellatio on them. They also played with glow sticks and popularized the notion that Vince McMahon loves barnyard poultry, which incidentally is true. Your grandfather will be able to tell you more about DX's antics, like the time they hilariously covered their bosses in raw sewage, resulting in several life-threatening infections. Oh boy, that was hilarious. Hilarious, I tell you. And if your grandmother ever attended a WWF show during her youth, she'll recall members of DX urging her to reveal her bare breasts for the camera. Heck, if you can find a Betamax player, you may be able to see footage of that on the old Coliseum home video cassette, which was called D-Generation X, Boobs and Poopin'. The group is even credited with coining several phrases that have made it into the popular lexicon. For example, the Roadie's famous catchphrase, "Your ass better call somebody," is believed to be the origin of the term butt dialing, even though he began saying it well before the advent of cellular telephones. The news that DX will reunite at Madison Square Garden in match was met with unanimous excitement this week by wrestling fans everywhere, from retirement homes to incontinence clinics around the world. And any true fan of pro wrestling should be sure to watch the DX reunion, as it will be a heartwarming tribute to the stars of yesteryear who paved the way for modern-day wrestling factions like the Heenan family and Kevin Sullivan's Dungeon of Doom. As someone who considers himself something of a wrestling historian, I can't wait to see DX take one last curtain call at Madison Square Garden. Something we will never see again until they do it next year. Finally tonight, I am pleased to announce a fun new segment designed especially for you women out there who watch Kayfabe News. It's a segment we are going to call Hello Ladies. So here it goes. Hello Karen, hello Jennifer, and welcome to Gladys, better known to me as Mum. And that's how we do Hello Ladies. If you are a woman and would like to be featured on Hello Ladies, just follow us on social media. We would love to have total gender equality in our viewer demographics, but we're currently sitting at 99.87% male and 0.1%, well, Karen and Jennifer. We want to see more of you soon, and that is all the time we have for tonight, folks. Please remember to subscribe, because every time someone clicks that subscribe button, a pleasurable dose of dopamine is released by a nanorobot implanted into my brain. There it is. Thank you very much, Styles Clash 6969. That feels so good. Signing off, I'm Simon, and I'm Flipping Marks, and this has been Kayfabe News. Remember, it's not fake news, it's, that's good. Just keep subscribing. It's not fake news, it's, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. That feels so damn